All right, you are on the platform, and now in an interview that you're not going to get anywhere else, because mainstream media don't tend to like interviewing this man, or if they do, they're just having a crack at him. And I may well have a crack at him today, but boy, nothing like the crack that Mark Mitchell, the Minister of Police, has had at Brian Tamaki and his vehicle Destiny Church. Brian Tamaki and his supporters held a protest or a march, a demonstration, a legal demonstration in central Auckland on Saturday afternoon, where they espoused some views about other minority groups, and they expressed, as is their right in New Zealand, they expressed their opinions. No one was arrested. Police were in attendance. There was no damage done to public property, and the damage done to any private property was the burning of a number of flags symbolising certain groups in New Zealand and certain, actually, I didn't realise this, symbolising some news media companies. I hope the platform's Big P, Fulcrum and logo were not one of the... I hope a flag of the platform wasn't burned. I didn't see. Some people asked me on Monday if I covered it, and I said, well, look, there's supposedly World War III, though it's over now, going on in the Mideast. But I did watch with interest, and I just want to say Mark Mitchell has said Destiny Church, it was vile behaviour during their rally over the weekend. And some people, of course, the normal suspects, were all calling for more hate speech laws. Joining us now is the person who organised that rally, Brian Tamaki from Destiny Church. Brian, thank you for joining us. Good morning to you.
Good morning, Sean. Let me tell you, the platform was the only media outlet that wasn't on the burn list.
I suppose I feel good about that.
And I have not. They've called me for interviews, by the way, but I don't want to talk to them because I'm sick and tired of the mainstream media lying or twisting what I say. Yeah. So they can read my written comments and media releases, which they don't.
Yeah. All right. So what flags did you burn?
Just about everyone that represents either a terrorist organisation that has terrorist links, and flags that are opponents or what I would just clearly say false religions, particularly that have entered our country.
Okay, so what, you burned the rainbow flag?
Yes, that did too.
You burnt the trans flag, which is the bluey pinky one, I think?
It was rip. The term was rip it up, boys.
Okay, all right. What about, a Muslim flag? Was there a Muslim flag there, or the Al-Qaeda flag, the black and white one with the Arabic writing?
Yeah, it had the state, Islamic State. It was the terrorist flag.
Okay, all right. Did you burn the Palestinian flag?
Sure did.
And, I don't know that Palestine's a terrorist organisation. I think it's got some terrorists living in it, hasn't it?
Didn't matter. Didn't like the flag.
Okay, you didn't burn, I take it, the Israeli flag?
No.
Even though they're dropping bombs too, Brian?
Nothing to do with the bombs. This was first of all to do with the mass immigration in this country and religions that have now been given preference over our own Christian faith. That's what.
Okay. We have seen the Israeli flag burnt in New Zealand, and indeed the New Zealand flag. Okay. Yeah, you can go to an art gallery and you can be invited to step on the New Zealand flag, can't you?
So well, why didn't the police minister and ethics minister say something then?
Yeah, interesting that. That's a good point. He never came out about that exhibition at the Suter Gallery and said that was violent and hate speech. Look, he's also challenged, and a number of people have challenged your assertion that Christianity is the religion of New Zealand. And I'd like to challenge that assertion too. We're a secular country.
Yep, undeniably true. Christianity is our founding faith.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is. And most New Zealanders would probably accept that we are a Christian country, even if they don't believe, and I'm not imposing it upon them, I'm just saying that that's been the given to Kiwis way back, that basically...
Where in our laws does it say we're a Christian country and we're primarily a Christian country, Brian?
Well, 90% of us live the faith.
No, I didn't say what you think. I said Where in our law does it say we're a Christian country?
There's no law
No.
that's actually been established, and that's why I said we need to officialise it, because
Why?
it is our faith. Well,
It's not my faith.
Okay, then let Islam be your faith, Sean.
No, I don't need a faith. I got faith in my fellow Kiwis to be decent human beings.
Well, a lot of them aren't.
Okay, and a lot of them are. But you don't tell me what my religion is, and you shouldn't be allowed to tell any other New Zealander what their religion is, Brian.
What your religion is, I'm not asking you or imposing it upon you. That's your choice to believe in anybody else's. But this is New Zealand, and New Zealand is a Christian country, and when other religions come in and begin to impose their religion upon us, month-long celebrations and pagan festivals all over the place, our Prime Minister dresses up in their dressage and bows down to their idols. They're building mosques and temples all over our landscape. In fact, where I live out here, Jury, there's a resource consent going on there for a huge Sikh temple. And
isn't that freedom? Isn't that freedom, Brian? Isn't that freedom in a democracy that everyone can pursue and practice the faith they want to? Isn't that what Western civilization and decency is actually all about?
Yeah, you can have your choice of religion, but you can't impose it on us or bring it into a country.
Who, in what way, have non-Christians ever imposed their religion onto you?
Oh, look, it's all over our country right now.
No, you said you can't impose it onto us. Where is it imposed?
It's been imposed by our government, even.
Where?
They fund it.
Give me an example.
You've got to be deaf, dumb, and blind. Hold on, Sean, you're deaf, dumb, and blind if you cannot see that all over our country we have.
Well, then you're deaf, dumb, and blind if you can't give me one real-time example of this, please. What?
Diwali is a month-long pagan Indian celebration that this country has to adhere to.
No, you don't. No one told me I had to observe Diwali.
Ramadan, Islam is the same thing. No, you've got to understand.
No one makes me take prayers in the morning and the evening and go, Allah Akbar, Brian. No one. It just doesn't happen.
Yeah. Is that right? Well, I've got the Muslim Federation now telling me what I can do and can't do as a Kiwi. So
they're telling you they're upset that you burnt their flag and you say that they're terrorists.
That's what they tell me in my own country, in our country, how to live and what we should be doing and how we should accept their stuff. This is the problem, Sean.
Okay.
Our immigration department is in a mess. Our government's in a mess, of course. Everybody knows that. So you come here as an immigrant, then you need to assimilate. And that's where we...
My ancestors didn't do much assimilation, to be honest, mate.
Yes, they did. Yes, they did. They took on the Kiwi culture. You lived in the blessing of my country as a Christian, and I've lived a long time in this country. Now they want to come here and tell us how to live. They're telling me how to be a Christian. They're telling me what a Kiwi is. You've got to be joking.
Okay. All right. What do you want? What was the march on Saturday designed at achieving? Give us 3 policy areas that you would like to see changed to preserve what you tell us you believe is the Christian nature of New Zealand.
Well, first of all, I'd like to see our government officialise that Christianity is our official religion in this country. You've got to do that. You can't think that you're not going to get invaded by other religions. That's what's happening around the world in Europe.
So you want us
now.
to abandon the notion of a secular country?
No, you can be secular. You can choose what you want to believe, but I just want that to be officialised. Okay. The second thing is that our borders will change our globalist government for a start, because our borders are not open. We have none. And we need to start having some stringent, rules about the immigrants that are coming in here.
So what rules? Would you ban non-Christians from coming to New Zealand, or would you give Christians preference?
No, I think we need to have some assimilation rules. You've got to integrate. You can't just come in here and build a parallel society. Build out here in South Auckland, we've got parallel societies everywhere. We're losing our Kiwi identity. We're losing our religious identity. And if we don't do something to stand up for New Zealand now, we will lose it. Look what they're doing.
So what would the assimilation rules look like? If you can't name the All Blacks, you're out, you're on the boat back home?
But if it was me, I would have some standards. When you come into this country, you've got to integrate into the Kiwi way of life. That means I would basically say with our religion, you can't bring your religion here and practice it publicly. Practice it privately in your house.
So you
but
would
can't
have a religious component to immigration settings.